What's good, Ravens fans? Today we are reacting to Chris Sims talk about the game and some of his takeaways. Let's jump right on in.
They're tough to beat whenever Lamar Jackson is on the field. Final game to talk about, the Ravens beat the Jets 24. What was the final score? 24-9.
Yeah.
Jets got 9. And they were kind of in it for a little bit there.
Yeah.
Not a great game. There were some big plays for the Ravens.
Right.
What's your headline?
Well, I think you're... Oh, I got a headline here. I forgot.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the segment.
I've totally lost where I am. No money, no problems.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Lamar still has money.
Yes.
But he's
not poor.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have
the
$200 million in his pocket.
You know, again, a cool headline. There were no problems with the Jets after the half. Before the half, there was some problems offensively, but they might get into that. We'll see.
Correct. Right. Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. All our eyes were on him. I mean, they were all on him. We all want to see him play in the preseasons, talk about him being bigger and thicker, the contract situation. It's a stressful situation. It's weird for a team that, I think is a Super Bowl caliber team. I'm really proud of Lamar Jackson. I know it wasn't like efficient and Mahomes or Josh Allen and 300 yards and, 5 touchdowns and all that, but this is where I liked it. First off, their run game is not clicking yet. And damn, Joe.
Listen, when they say not clicking yet, it's not clicking at all. The run game was really bad, guys. Again, I've looked at some film. I rewatched the game, not the entire game, but the condensed version. And it was bad. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. Our offensive linemen were getting their ass whipped. I mean, excuse my French, but they were just it was pretty bad. And so let's see what Chris Sims has to say.
Juwan James hurt. That stinks. Another injury to their O-line. And it's unbelievable, Baltimore. They are snake bitten at the O-line position. Can't run the ball. Jets playing pretty good defense. And I'm not comparing them, but like Jameis Winston, let's just hang in here. This is where I look at Cincinnati and go, what the were you thinking? Just play ugly for a little while. Get a feel for the game. Okay, we're up by 3-0 in the second quarter. Who gives a shit? You're better. The longer we play, the better team will rise to the top. And I feel like that's what happened in that football game. He wasn't going to
And so I think this is a good point, especially with Lamar. When we look at how the Ravens offense sometimes works, and we always say Lamar always gives you a chance. And we see this with all the quarterbacks in the league, especially a quarterback like Tom Brady, right? Where if Lamar gives you a chance because he always is either going to keep it close enough, or he's going to be in the lead, right? If the Ravens are in the lead, offensively we become a whole different monster when our run game is clicking. When we're not in the lead, Lamar has proven that he's only, two plays away from getting us back in the game, in which then we can win these games. We saw it last year with the Colts, right, where we were pretty bad all the way up until the fourth quarter of that game, and then Lamar just brought us back. So I think what Chris Sims is saying is that Lamar has a way to be like, look, it's not clicking right now. Let me just take it slow. Let me take what's there. Let me keep it going, and then we'll figure it out. And I think that's what happened, especially in the first game of the season, where you're really not calling game plan plays because you just don't know what the Jets are going to do. So you're, just trying to call your normal plays and hopefully get a win, and that's what happened. So.
Take any chances. He really didn't make any bad decisions the whole game, other than the interception, I think, early in the fourth quarter. But, when the opportunities presented themselves for a play, he made them. I mean, his 3 big throws and really a big pass interference that set up the first touchdown pass in Duvernay, those were the difference in the football game. He had a good feel for, our defense is... Coaches told me they're going to dominate the Jets, and it's Joe Flacco and all of that. And then Lamar just made 3 big-time throws, in my opinion, that was the game.
And so here's another good point that Chris just brought up. If you guys watched the Cincinnati game and how the craziness of that, Joe Burrow had 5 turnovers. I believe 4 interceptions and a fumble lost, right? But his defense was winning, right? So the Steelers couldn't score. But you kept the other team in the game by keep on making mistakes. You kept on making mistakes, and you kept the other team in the game. If Joe Burrow says, instead of throwing these interceptions, I throw completions, instead throw some short routes, don't get the first down, they win that game by 2 touchdowns. They just do. And so if that's what he's saying, you see the defense is kicking their butt, right? You don't need to throw into high gear unless they make you throw into high gear. And then once you get a feel, now you're up, 3 scores, right? Even though the Jets have 9 points, one of them was super garbage time. So I think that's what Chris is trying to say.
And the fact that their defense was dominant, it just felt like the Jets really never had a chance in this one.
Daniel Kunamoto says Lamar Jackson, with all the pressure from the contract, started off slow but had one hell of a game, so he agrees with you. And Wilson 2X is a Jets fan that wanted a silver lining. He said, damn okay for that Jets defense. They did look incredible at the first half, did great to contain Lamar, went downhill after that busted coverage by Joyner. But not bad. Still not bad for the Jets. Maybe some positives there, and get Zach Wilson back. Maybe you got something going on.
Yeah, exactly right. First off, Zach Wilson's better than Joe Flacco. So we all got to get, and Zach Wilson gives the team energy and play.
Hey. Don't talk about my boy Joey, okay? Listen. He a made man, all right? He got that ring, he old now, but don't listen. Don't talk about my boy Joey. Don't do it, okay? All right, let's get back to it.
Playmaking. I know. See, this is where teams get fooled sometimes. Well, Joe Flacco's been so good in practice. Yeah, it's practice. He knows how to practice. A guy that's played in football for 97 years, they know how to practice and always look good. Always. I've been around those guys where you go, damn, maybe he should be starting. He's lighting up the practice field here. But then it gets out in the game and it's, whoa, they changed up a few things and there's pressure and there's an inability to make plays the same way a Joe Flacco used to make. Zach Wilson is going to bring some of that to you. Zach Wilson has an energy that we already saw through the preseason, even though it was just the one game. You could feel the team was kind of latching onto him.
All right,
right? They loved him. Sorry, but that's just because you're just like, what the f*** these crazy guys going to blitz up and bring up, and it's the Baltimore Ravens. So the defense should be proud of the way it played. Offense, yes, there's work to do. Michael Carter, the running back, looked very good, right? I think you get Zach Wilson back in the mix there, and let's not forget, like I told you, Baltimore's one of those teams where it sucks to play them week 1 because you're just like, what the f*** are these crazy guys going to blitz up and bring up, and it's hard to prepare for them because they'll just do stuff where you go, well, they didn't do this against similar offenses to us last year, but for some reason they're playing this coverage. Wait, hold on, they got to take a drive or two here to figure out what the hell they're doing to us. That's where they're a pain in the butt that way. But the Jets defense, we all were looking at that because they were horrible last year. They were not the problem.
Okay.
Their defense hung in there and played
I can talk
well
about that point. I agree. The Ravens are a harder team to play because we have so many exotic looks. Also, I don't even think it got as exotic as it could. I think you'll see, guys, as the season goes on, we'll see a lot of different cool things from that defense. So I'm excited to see how that progresses. So you saw the breakdown by Chris Sims. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We're going to keep this video nice and short. So thank you guys so much, and go Ravens.